be when no topic is too controversial. You'll see. Let's talk for a while on the Clips Podcast Show. Will make you smile. Clips. Welcome to the Clips, where the fun never ends. We'll dive into topics, make new best friends. So grab a seat, get ready to go.
All right, good podcast. First year, first time. Let's get into it. All right. How y'all folks doing? We're gonna get into it. Yeah, we're gonna talk about some good stuff today. Let me get it up here. All right, let me move to my part I want to get to. I think I'm on a little part. Okay. Today's topic, y'all, is about should, because I know, oh, there we go. There she goes. She coming in. Okay, actually, still do close the other one. What the? She was right there. I don't know what she did.
Lisa, I see her.
I'm still here.
Oh, okay. You had opened two of them. It was telling me to tell you to close one. Oh. All right. We about to get started. We're going to use your topic. Remember, this is your topic.
Yeah, okay.
Now, the other people don't know what's about to hit them. So we're going to use your topic.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, today's topic is, ladies and gentlemen, should child support be something a person should get, or should it be no child support at all? Do you think a person should? Do you think that's something that's helping the community, even though women are getting it, or do you think it's not helping in any form? Now, who want to go first? You can comment or do whatever. You can go first and be mindful of the people that their decisions or what they saying and things of that nature. But go ahead. What you got? Who want to go first?
I'm pondering.
Hey, anybody but a dead body. Go ahead. Give me your opinion on, is that something that you think that's systematic, or is something like that? Now, I tell y'all what, before y'all even answer, let me let a little bit play so y'all can understand what this whole thing is about. This thing is, and I don't know if you heard of this, Lisa. It's called Title 4D. Anybody ever heard of Title 4D?
No.
That's down in Tennessee, right?
No, that's all over the United States. Every state got Title 4D.
What's Title
dealing 4D? With child support. Here you go. He's going to explain Title 4D. Everybody take a listen.
I gotta let I can't hear. I let my hair down for this.
The taxpayer money
would
be used for supporting and caring for the kids. Now, that sounds good up front, and by the way, in that time, it was a means-tested program, which means you had to be broke enough and you had to qualify at a standard that was verified that you needed the help and that you couldn't collect and get the money on your own. So this was supposed to be a stopgap to, quote, keep them from living on the taxpayer dole. All right. But then in the let's say 95 to 98, President William Jefferson Clinton, a.k.a. Slick Willie, there are reasons that he's called that, but we won't get into that. All right.
You play a good saxophone.
Yeah. And what he said, he did not have sex with that woman. She had sex with him. Yeah, that's Slick Willie. Right. Okay.
But you bringing Monica into this. That's wrong.
Yes, I did.
Go ahead.
But look, he signed some legislation that modified Title 4D and it created what they call the Personal Work and Responsibility Reconciliation Act. They call it POWER, PR, PWORA, etc. And during that time, they created some very profitable incentives for the states to modify their laws to set up child support enforcement agencies in each state, and they had to modify their state laws in order to accommodate this private contract, quote, quote, private contract using state dollars and federal dollars to, quote, quote, keep people off of the public dole. Sounds great at first, but then states started expanding the program to where it's no longer now just about supporting welfare-related cases or temporary assistance for needy family cases. Our tax dollars that come out of our paychecks are financing the very program that is used as an incentive to minimize how much parenting time that we get with our kids so that they can set the maximum child support.
Now, what he's saying is that they have to set the minimum parenting, meaning that somebody who comes to court is only going to get a percentage of time with the kids, meaning that somebody's going to have like 24% and the other person's going to have the other 76%. So whoever got the 24% has to pay the child support.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So they call it Title 4D, which they saying basically, well, with the way the laws are set up, the man is basically going to pay, but it was never set up to be this way. This is a contract. No, normally they don't even use judges; they just use magistrates. This how bad this stuff thing got. It's never supposed to be where it's at now. So we're going to listen to a little bit more, then we're going to our opinions.
Establish an income deduction order. So now we're going to make you pay it through the Child Support Enforcement Agency. We're going to charge you a fee for it being used to go through that agency. And then we're going to use taxpayers' dollars and reimburse the state 66% of the administrative costs. And we're going to set up a bonus system for the state so that if they do a great job collecting year over year better than they did the last year, they get to participate in a $500 million bonus pool.
Now, what he's talking about there, if they do good by making the men collect the money from the men, that money goes to their retirement. So they get money on the backside to make sure that they retire rich. So that's why they be on you so tough, because that's their money to make you pay. It has nothing to do with your child. Nothing. They don't even care about your child. Nothing to do with it. And we'll listen to a little more, and that's it.
And
Texas wouldn't do that, would they?
Every U.S. state would do that.
Really?
That's exactly your answer, Clint.
None better than California, by the way.
Oh, really? I thought
dragged
Texas was
in
worse.
more than $1 billion.
Billion?
Per year. Billion.
Wow.
Billion. But let me tell you some of the dangers for this. All right. So
here we
on
go.
the one hand, you see the impact, what happens when kids don't have the guiding hand of their father in their lives, those committed, willing, and able fathers who are fit, capable, but they're just being held out by process and this non-law court. By the way, family court is not a court of law. You can look it up and find out for yourself. Family court is called a court of equity. However, if you are dealing with a child support hearing, in most cases, that is a child support magistrate, and that person who was in that proceeding in most cases is not even a judge. Let me say that again. Not even a judge. And when you and I don't know how the system works, we will submit ourselves under jurisdiction to that private high conflict collection agency. And I call them high conflict because they are not there really to help the mother. They're not there really to help the child. It is there to really ensure that money gets transferred from point A to point B and that they get their cut.
Damn. What y'all think? What do y'all think?
A little
about
like, ooh.
So basically, it's a system that's under a contract. Each state gets a contract. They basically getting bonus money for enforcing and imprisoning men to pay this money under Title 4D. So automatically, they're going to make somebody be the lesser percentage of the parent so that they can collect and get their money, their bonus. So let me ask y'all again. Should child support be something that a person should get, or should there be no support at all? As far as, in other words, should the parents just work it out? What do y'all think? Somebody give me their opinion.
Well, clearly that doesn't work. But go ahead.
Yeah. So as a person, so my situation is different. I didn't take my child's, the paternal down to court. It was a conversation of question. So I like giving receipts. If you have a question, I want to give proof. So it was a test done. The government decided to put him on that. You see what I'm saying? So it was one of those, you asked if he was your child. I say, yes, he is. You didn't feel as if he was, because the previous relationship that I was in was more long-term. We were a situation. So
how did the government do that without you verifying?
Well, they automatically put you on it after you do a paternity test and it comes up that child is yours. Then they put you up for a hearing for child support. I didn't request child support at all.
Oh, but I'm saying, was you getting anything from the state? Because if you get it from the state, then I think they would go after. If you like getting some kind of assistance or some kind of voucher or anything, I think.
Right.
Absolutely. At the time I was, because I had just moved back from California. So
okay. Why? That's why.
So like I said, so these are things that you don't know of. So that being said, we did the paternity test. He's the father. Okay. And they put, they sent us both letters saying that we had to go to court. When we did that, they came up with an amount. It was a large amount. Right. And he appealed it. And I told him, I get it.
Right. We just heard from the gentleman right there. It's never about your kid. It's about their bonus.
Exactly. So it was a large amount. So by us being cool, I'm like, yeah, that is a lot. I don't want that. I want you to be present. Right. So when he did the appeal, I spoke to the magistrate, as he said, not the real judge. Yeah. Said to the magistrate, like, the amount isn't an issue to me. I just want him to be present. So he gave me the lesser amount, which is a hefty lesser amount, and from my standpoint, with me personally, I would rather have some type of mediation, like a required, like in order to graduate, you have to go to 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. Yeah. I feel like because for some reason we can't get along as far as parents that are not married and whatever the cause is, I feel like there should be some type of course or some type of class or some type of thing that you have to come together to learn how to communicate with one another. That is something that to help you communicate, because everybody has different styles. Right. We were cool and compatible when we didn't need to know each other's morals or when we didn't need to know certain parts. We was having fun and we were getting along just fine until a child came into play. You still learn how you're going to get along and learn how to communicate in that. So
I think most people can still work outside the courts. It's just that we're brought up as a people that's taught not to get along and always, pull each other down.
Yeah, they won't let you get off of it. Even in conversation, like they won't let the mother take.
Yes, now see, that's what he's talking about. That Title 4D is set up on a percentage wise on purpose. Yeah, can you hear me, Clem?
Where did he go?
Yeah, Clem went out. He went out. But so it's set up on purpose because they won't let you off because that's their money. That's their bonus money. Mm-hmm. But let me hear from you, Leash. What you got to say about that? About what the gentleman was saying.
I understand the business aspect of it, because everybody, the government is a business, just like any other business, and whatever revenue they feel like they can get, they're going to take advantage of. Okay. I think from a child support, just from the support of the child standpoint, there should be an advocate that makes sure that if it's truly for the child, that the support is equitable.
So you saying it should actually go to the child? Well, like instead of getting just straight to the mother, it should go to a card, and if they don't spend it on those particular things, that she shouldn't get it. Okay,
there should be like a mediator.
Well, my son's 7, but it was like that. And remember, per the government, I believe that they opened up where you could use that card, which is why they changed it. Because at one point, from my understanding, my friends that have older children, you couldn't use that card at all kind of places. You couldn't swipe that.
But people finding ways to take the card and sell it and get money and do all kind of stuff now. That's how it is.
Anything, but yeah, I feel like it could be a better way. Like I never really cared about that. Like I really care about the presence. Like the fact that when people ask me like, well, what you get for child support? And I tell them, they be like, oh, and I be like, that. I prefer him to be around his child to get his child. And
that would be better for him. Yeah.
It's not necessarily that I wanted to put him on it. That wasn't my situation. Unbeknownst to me, because at the time I was transitioning from moving back, and then at the time I think I started working back after having my son. So for having him, you know, I was still getting I was getting food stamps, and we had medical, and then
that'll do all that.
I didn't know that, you know.
Right. Yeah, you didn't know.
A letter in the mail. I'm like, hey, I didn't do this. What's going on?
Hey, Lou, what you got to say about this, Lou?
I would say no. I would say no to child support. Like there's like no situation. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I don't think there's any situation in which child support should ever be involved.
Give us your reason why. Can you elaborate on it?
I don't really see the point in it.
There you go.
It sounds like, to me, it just sounds like it's like it's an incentive to like not be together. While y'all was talking, I was looking up the marriage rate. You know what I'm saying? Who has the highest marriage rate? And it says that the Caucasians right now have the highest marriage rate. So
what is it? 53%.
So if the single people are the ones who are having children still, and it said 31% of Black people are in that marriage, it would seem like the impact and the big brute of potentially that child support would kind of be like on the Black people. I mean, it's for all people, but I mean, just kind of based on the statistics of marriage, they're already like not promoting it, but just based on who's being married, it looks like it would more so impact the Black man. And we all know, or most of us believe that, you know what I'm saying, the system is set up the Black man. So I would say no. I mean, there are situations where, you know, I don't think there's no situation. I mean, now if something happens like brute force, you know, those people should go to jail. You know what I'm saying? But if it's two people that just was having a moment or just didn't work out, I don't think it should be a point of, well, hey.
Yeah, two grown people.
You should have known who you was kind of dealing with.
You know what I'm saying? There you go.
If something like this was supposed to happen, you should have kind of like known that in the beginning. So child support it's a no.
Clint, what you got? Clint, what you got for us? Smoke, come on, Smoke, what you got?
Everything from what I'm hearing and understanding is that the Black community, we have a problem.
You say what?
Mostly, I said we have a problem.
Oh, okay.
And the problem is, I could say, the way we think. I'll say every man that has a child should support that child.
Okay, yeah.
But it's mainly not coming from the men; it's coming from the women. Because if I support you at the minimum, that's not enough for you. Because you can't live off that, and you're gonna have me in child support.
That's not what it's for, though.
That's not.
Because
it's not what it's for.
The money is not for the child; it's for her.
What?
I mean, a lot of times I agree. It's a lot of women.
9 out of 10 times, you see all these kids walking around here, nasty, dirty clothes, and their mom busted out.
Ooh,
Where's the child support money going? Now, if the world was right and everything was above board, then yes. As you see it, and come on, sisters, y'all don't hear. You have friends that do.
I absolutely do.
So come on.
I have associates who do that.
Don't try to hide by you holier than thou, and all y'all like, oh no. You know what's going on out here.
So what?
You know that the Black man is being
hold on, Clem.
in every avenue, and then you sisters are helping that along.
All right, Cliff. So let me ask you this. So do you think that we as a people, like Lou was saying, do you think we as a people should be able to come together ourselves and work this out outside the system?
We should, but we ain't.
So you saying that it's the women that's not giving us the helping hand we need to do this because they're going with the so-called white man?
All right, y'all. Tell me this. Show me a woman that's getting the minimum child support who ain't been in child support court more than 4 or 5 times.
Alicia.
We only got one kid, Alicia.
It don't matter. I mean, and his other children are not on it. You have to acknowledge the fact that when you have peers, when you have friends or associates, you will be surrounded by people who are more on the negative spectrum than you are. You know what I'm saying? You know how many people talk in my ear? Do you know how many people try to teach me how to be a bad?
And listen to them. Those people don't even have a relationship.
I'm Amir's mother, number one. So you have people trying to teach me how to be a bad baby mama. Well,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Son is off. So you could get more, and the percentage is this because of this, that, and the third. That's not my goal. That's not what I want.
Lise, what you got to say, Lise? Hold on, Cliff. Lise, what you got to say?
I'm kind of felt like agreeing with Alicia. In my prior relationship, my prior marriage, we had several children together.
Okay.
I didn't put him on child support. For what?
All right.
You know, I have always been under the mindset that as an adult, intelligent woman, I was fully conscious of the children that I had.
What?
And was fully prepared to take care of those children should we not work out.
Absolutely. Because what have I said to you, Tim? As an adult, male and female, you have to be accountable for yourself. I lay down with that man.
Yeah, but that usually works out until the guy go get in another relationship and he
once he get that new girl,
here are an anomaly.
That's all.
The black community, females
don't
think like that.
Go ahead.
Guess what?
And that's unfortunate.
That he does have someone else. And my whole thing is, just as when you had your children around me, I knew that you knew that they were protected. I expect the same thing. He's with his father. So everything should be good. Everything should be protected. I understand that. I'm not upset with that. I don't care about that. We need to move on. The biggest thing is communication. Oh, shoot.
Absolutely.
I got to plug this up real quick.
I don't know if he has a relationship or not. I don't talk to him. My kids talk to him.
Right.
My daughter has her phone. She talks to him. Whatever they do, they do.
Right.
I got mine right here, right now, and that's all I'm concerned about. You know, he do. I'm on to bigger and better things.
But I'm just saying, a lot of times I hear, even in the shop, soon as the man gets in another relationship and he's getting happy, the woman runs him downtown.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've been on the other end of that. I've been the one who's been the cause of that.
Okay. So see, we get the truth out of it. Look at Clem. So yeah, so that usually happens when they see the other person progressing,
right,
doing much better.
You tell me the black community don't have problems?
Oh no, we got plenty of those. That's why we need to address this
exactly. Which is why there should be a mediator. I feel like at that point you're using your kid as a pawn. Somebody needs to step in and say, this isn't right, because that should not be the sole reason you're putting your child's a custodial parent on child support.
How many friends do you have that do that?
I know quite a few people that's done it. I know quite a few people that's done it. And I was when we were talking the other day, I was sharing with Tim that I had a classmate who had just had a child, and she felt like because her child's father owned property that he should just give her one.
Oh, wow.
That's what they want. They want it all.
That's what they want.
What for? If y'all work together, would he give you a house? No. So why do you feel like you're entitled to one now?
Well, go ahead, Clem or Lou. Y'all let y'all answer.
Because if he don't give you the house, she's going downtown.
Yeah, I see. So,
That's
yeah,
exactly what she did. And I'm like, that's not right. That's not right at all.
Yeah. So, I mean, like you said earlier, Lisa, that most people are aware of who they getting with, what they up against and everything. But just because it don't work in their favor, the relationship, they want to hurt that man to the point where he's not even.
But see, then you raise bitter children. You raise children who grow up and have a distorted view of how relationships work.
What a relationship is.
And the cycle just continues.
There you go. And that's what they want based on what this man is talking about here as part of the Title 4D. He knows it's a system and it's a cycle that is going to be perpetuated continuously through our generation and our children, because y'all ladies. So what your daughters are going to see, if you have a daughter or not, she's going to think based on how you handle the situation. That's how you do it to the next man. Go take him down there. Tear him apart. If he's not doing what you want, you rip him apart. You make his life hate. You do all those things.
True. And my daughters are grown and have children, and they haven't. They didn't do that. And I don't know if it's because they didn't see me do it, which I'm. If they did good, but they are raising their children to the best of their ability on their own.
So I got a question for y'all. It's still on the page of what we're talking about. But why do you guys think that blacks are? Because Lou, you brought this up. Why do you think blacks are not married that much? Why do you think we're not getting married as much as other races?
It's going in and out.
Oh, don't have me go there.
What did you say? I'm sorry, it froze.
I said, why do you think blacks out of all races, excuse me, are not getting married? Why do you think we're not getting married as much as the other races?
Because they're so busy idolizing everyone else that they don't really learn themselves and be their genuine self. We have so much pride as African Americans, to me, and entitlement. Like women, I get so disgusted with women a lot, because I feel like a lot of it is on the females. A lot of it, the females are responsible for.
What?
As far as the actions, the entitlement, the expectations, just like what Smoke said. If I'm giving you, the bare minimum or what I can give you and what I can afford with my life. And I'm honest with you, because now at this point we've communicated, we've sat down and had a conversation. It's like, hey, I got this over here. I'm paying on my house. I'm paying on this. This is what I can afford. Most of the women that I'm around or that I know of, it's not enough. It's not enough.
But why aren't we getting married? Not financially. Why are we getting married? Why are more blacks getting
because of what they want. It's a pedestal that they can't even touch with their own hands, but they want a person to sit on. You see what I'm saying? So it's idolatry. Like they're looking at everyone else and they're not putting in the work themselves. So it's like wanting a medal and you haven't even ran a race.
Okay.
So they're brainwashed. It's a lot of brainwash. It's a lot of what's being seen and shown, but we know shows in the community, like BET and that we're exposed to. We grew up on these things. So me myself, I chose to look into different things to become a better woman. I wasn't shown. I don't have the greatest parents. You get what I'm saying? I wasn't shown structure through them. So I learned different structures so I could
reach that point of marriage. So Clem, she froze. Clem, what was she gonna say, Clem?
On my own.
Froze. Hold on. Smoke, what was you saying? You said you was gonna say something. Then I want to hear what Lou got to say.
Okay. Let's just take it back to welfare. Once the black man was kicked out of the home and the government incentivized women not to have a man in the house, that started the downfall of the black community, point blank. That was it. That started everything.
So you said the black...
that started the downfall of the black community right then. the black man out of the house. You can pay to live in the house without the black father in the house. That's destroyed the family structure right there.
So then, that was 1968, right?
Move on. It made the government made it advantageous for the woman not to have the black man in the house by always incentivizing. He incentivized her by giving her Section 8. He incentivized her by giving her welfare. He incentivized her by giving her child support. So what does she need to get married for? What's the reason why? And
hold on, Clem. So you saying that?
So
hold on, Clem.
Then they turn around, and then, like you said, they go to the internet and they see all these exorbitant lifestyles that they should know that the median income for a black male in the United States is $42,000. Now, for $42,000, who's going to France, Paris, and Rome?
How are we gonna keep that elaborate life? Yeah.
So everything is askew right now. Everything is just gone. There's no moral compass. There's none of that. Everybody's trying to live off of something they don't have. That's why it's black debt in the community that's so far. That's why there's hunger in the black community, because you're trying to live above your means. You're trying to do a champagne lifestyle off of ginger ale pockets.
So you saying basically in 1971, when 1968, when the women's civil movement, they wanted the equal this and the equal that, and then 71 they got the WIC and the welfare, and that's when they told them the incentive was to kick the man out. So basically, what you're saying, the women are basically a lot to blame to what happened to our community,
They took the bait.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They took the bait, but a lot of women don't take responsibility for what you're saying.
Of course not. Would you?
I'm just saying, what's up, boy? You all right? Yeah. Welcome to Clips Podcast, boy. You on TV? You the world gonna see. So basically, what's happening?
Hey.
So basically, there you go, Lou. Yeah. So basically, women are just much as blamed as the white man is to blame. Like you said, they took the blame.
Absolutely.
All we got to do is come back to what we were before they brung this system that Dad Talk was talking about. Like basically, it's a setup. He telling you it's a setup. But you can't get these women and to understand that. Lou, give me your perspective on this. On why aren't more blacks married?
It's the downfall of the black man.
But I'm saying,
when they incorporated like all of the government assistance and the child support, it kind of like made it like, how can I, get my hands on this money? And then like, once we kind of like got a little bit away from that, now we got like Sexy Red, and I mean we already had the dudes. We already had the dudes which was kind of like we already had the dudes that was like, talking crazy, but at least we still had the women to kind of like uphold us. But now the women is like, we do too, so it's like the message that's kind of like being pushed. It's like
so we as a people, we lost a lot of moral values. Is what
I was just about to say. We lost the core values.
So basically, we lost
fearlessness.
Yeah, we lost biblical moral values. Mm-hmm. So we done left what the Bible told us to do as a husband and wife, and we accepted what the world told us to do as a husband and wife.
Mm-hmm. Jesus only brought up when somebody get killed. Or
what you say, Lisa? What you think?
I agree that to a certain extent. I feel like, I don't think women are solely to blame.
No,
because the man has to take some responsibility, because as to willingly leaving that situation, or not putting himself in the position to where like all these men now want to just live off of a woman.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Instead of bringing their part to the table.
Lisa.
Right.
We talk about 1968, 71 when this thing first started.
Right.
No, we said that we didn't willingly leave. They put us out.
put us out. They put us out.
What Clint was saying is that we came to y'all and said, hey, this is a setup. And the women said, but look, we see that with the money they're giving us, we don't even need a man. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Yeah, that could very well. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's hard for me to wrap my mind around that because that's not my frame of mind.
No, we just talk about the majority of women here. Majority.
Yeah. I mean, from what I've seen, we've developed that poverty mindset.
Yeah, there you go. Because look at the world now. Look at the women now. Look at their thinking.
Because
they say, I don't need a man.
The path of least resistance.
Yeah, there you go.
Can I just give you a quick example?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Clint.
Okay, a quick example. This is how bad it is.
Bring your camera down, some of them. Are we getting to the front of the top of your head again?
Okay, you got women out here to this day that's struggling, paying 100% of the bills. Okay. But will not in a relationship where they pay 50% of their bills with a man.
You say they will not.
Tell me what's wrong with that problem.
Wait a minute, hold on, go back here.
Depends on the man, I guess. I don't know.
No, you got women out here that's struggling, paying 100% of their bills. Mm-hmm. But to be in a relationship with a man and to pay 50% of the bills, they don't want that.
They don't. What do they want?
They want the man to pay 100%.
But see, that's
but we both work at Burger King.
That's because they want the providers back like how they were back in the day. Like, oh, my grandfather, my granddad, like this, but they don't move as your grandmother did. They don't do the same thing. So it's a lot of selfishness. It's a lot of like I said, the biggest thing is entitlement. What you should do for me, like. It makes absolutely no sense. Like,
do we live in an economy where we can do what your great grandmother and grandfather did? Right. So he worked and he could provide for the whole house and send all the kids to college. Working. That's what I'm saying. So it, like Clem said, it takes two right now. But the women are still saying no. He's saying they still saying no. He said even at 50% they going no.
But that is why the rate is so low, because we've turned our back on the men. So we don't even feel confident enough to even be dealing with a woman or deal with her and be his true self and let her know where he stands and what he's willing to do, because she's already leading with, I don't want you if you can't do this, that.
Okay.
Which keeps us separated more and more. And it's really difficult if we can find a way to bring women into reality that we are women. We are not men. We are not to do the things that men do and so forth and so on, So
whose job is it to tell these young ladies what they supposed to be doing?
Well, who they're raised by.
Alicia,
it's a village. It takes a village. You have to make sure that you're just like Lisa said. She's watching her children raise her grandchildren, and she feels as if the reason why they didn't do what they, go to child support and make a fuss or do certain things is because they watched her. A lot of times, your children don't do what you say; they do what you do. They do what they see. But you example for them.
You do know that it's the women's job to teach the young ladies, right?
Absolutely.
So why are these young girls so wild right now?
Because
are the women not doing their job?
Women would rather struggle paying 100%, as he said. So guess what? As they're struggling, they're working nonstop. They're at work. They got these nurses jobs, these traveling jobs, because I got to get the money to keep up the lifestyle. So they're not even present in their own home.
So what I'm saying, so these, like Clem said, they done made these families with a man, and now you can't even be there to raise the young girl. The streets and the YouTube and TikTok raising them, and now they're a wild beast of women.
Absolutely.
Young ladies, I mean, So what you think, Lou?
What's the question?
I'm just saying, what do you think of our whose job is it to get the young women together?
Lou, where you at?
It all falls on the man. They just need the woman seeing how hard her mom was working, and she seen her mom just doing everything, and her mom was so independent. So that independence kind of like that's all she knows. So you know what I'm saying.
Is that without a man there or with a man?
That's without the man there.
Okay.
She needs to kind of like understand. But at the same time, now we on child support too. So, you know what I'm saying? We working, but we can't really get nowhere. At least when she working, you know what I'm saying? She getting a little extra, but it's just all about what she does with it. But, yeah, we start working, and then they get the child support, and then they gonna get that education too. You know what I'm saying?
So you said they gonna get the degree?
They gonna get a degree. They gonna get a degree, and they getting the extra bread. And we kind of like my one friend, he got 2 kids, so he had like at one point it was like $1,000 coming out of his check. So it's like, how can he sustain or build anything, or even go see his kids if you know what I'm saying? He gotta work to just be able to survive. But it really just boils down to the women just understanding and accepting that they need to submit and just let us men.
Wait a minute. What's that word you just used? What's that word?
That's the word that they hate so much.
I know.
Not a real woman.
If it's used correctly.
Yes.
What you mean correctly? What you mean?
Submit
because a lot of
that word.
It needs to be used correctly, because submit does not mean that I am a slave to my man and whatever he say I do blindly.
Who said it meant that? Who said it meant that?
That's the common misconception. That's why the
biblical definition of submit is not slave. And all
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying if it's used correctly.
We're all educated, and we all understand. Dang, where'd it go? We all understand the words.
No, a lot of people don't.
You muted yourself, Alicia.
You muted yourself, Alicia. You muted.
Muted. Okay,
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. So basically, we understand what it is, but
who understands?
The us.
No, women don't understand what the word submit means. Not at all.
Us right here, we understand. My computer doing something so weird, y'all. Yeah, we understand.
Using that word submit, that's why it's going crazy.
So what that means is, you know, we understand what it means, submission. What I was saying earlier was the way women are acting doesn't even allow, say Lou and I are dating.
Okay.
If I came in with entitlement and I'm talking about what he got to do, and I see this man busting his butt, like he going to work, he got a kid, he taking care of the kid. I see him picking him up from daycare. Okay, I'm going to work with you. Since I got to work at this time, I'm going to pick him up. And then I'm going to spend time with him. I'm going to drop him off because by the time I get him, you'll be home. Dinner will be ready. I see him working. But I'm still barking in his ear like, you need to do this and you need to do that for me. Okay. How comfortable do you think he's going to feel being himself? How comfortable do you think he'll be to show me that he is capable of leading me? Because a lot of women like myself, we want to make submission is not an issue. Mm-hmm. It's the leadership qualities in the man that I'm not comfortable with submitting to. Okay. So with that being said, if I walk in and I'm acting like this and I'm expecting Lou to be a whole way and I see him being a dynamic person, a dynamic father and a good man to me, outside of him being a father, and I'm still telling him what he ain't doing and what this, that, and the third, he's not going to show me. He's not going to be capable of showing me that because the world is kicking his butt. There you go. And then me, his peace, or where he's supposed to find peace. And
come on in, man. You look like you dying to say something.
I'm not giving him that. So men now aren't even showing their leadership qualities and who they are. Because they like, look, I ain't about to show you this and give you all of this and you gonna try to play me or dog me or think I owe it to you, but I can lead you, baby girl. But I'm not gonna give that to you because you think that this is a get rich and this is a scheme.
Get rich quick scheme. Clem, your Wi-Fi is. Go ahead. Let me see what you got. What you got to say, Smoke?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can hear me, right?
Sound like you dying to say something. Look like you dying to say
It was.
something. Lisa look like she want to say something too, but we gonna get you, Lisa.
Let me say this real quick to you. Let me say this real quick to you, Lisa. You are an anomaly.
I can barely see you.
It's good to know that.
Come here, let me see that gray beard.
You're showing that you're nice. You're a good woman. I can see that. But as a whole in the black community, you are an anomaly. Because right now I go home.
Too. He don't want
right now in the black household.
No, it's
I got a fight at home.
There you go.
I got a fight in the street.
Mm-hmm.
So what you saying? The woman should be? So you said, yeah, it keep breaking up. Your Wi-Fi breaking up. So basically, he's saying that the woman should be the comfort zone when the man come home. Don't be battle-lacking him. Give him comfort when he come home.
I mean,
that's all a man wants is comfort. Okay, Lisa, go ahead. I know you.
You're supposed to be a helpmate, man. That's what you're supposed to be, is a helpmate.
My helpmate help
make my life easy.
Help meet.
Yeah, me.
Yeah,
hold on.
You where you are and help you with your shortcomings.
Absolutely.
We help each other.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all. We
like,
15 minutes, and we're gonna shut it down.
That's right.
Okay, that's good.
Go ahead.
I think the younger generation has used that term peace, and some of these young boys who aren't quite men yet want women to be their peace. Meaning, I want you just to shut the hell up and let me do what I want to do, and just accept it. And I think that's where the disconnect is.
If
you're being a real man and doing your real man duties, quote unquote, as being the provider, being the leader, being the husband, then we as women would not have the problem of meeting you to help you.
Absolutely.
I think women will still be unsatisfied. What you think?
Woman.
I'm saying a woman. She's still gonna find some kind of way to say she's not satisfied.
An adult female and
adult female,
a grown adult.
I still need more.
But see, this is why I gave the example that I gave when I said, I see you taking care of your child. I see you communicating with your child's mother, saying, okay, let's strategize. Okay, you drop them off, I'll pick them up. This is me identifying that man is making time for his child, that man is still standing firm in that home despite him not being there. He's going to work. This is why I described it in that way, because here you are, as I'm describing this situation with Lou, is somebody who's doing good. He's a good man. But then you have the woman that's there barking at him, still saying he's not enough. Why is he going to show me?
So what percentage in the relationship or marriage do a woman wants to pay? Like
whatever is necessary.
I said, give me a number. What percentage from 0 to 100%? No, it no depends. What percentage do you? Lisa, listen.
You are invested.
I knew that to get you riled up. I'm saying
invested if you are invested in y'all's relationship.
What percentage
union?
What percentage do a woman wants to pay in the relationship of bills? What percentage? You say 0, Lou?
I'm doing 100%. You give me 25%, I'm happy. You give me 50%, I'm elated.
The average woman wants to pay what percentage?
The average woman, nowadays, the average woman probably wants to pay 0.
Now, you on YouTube, though.
However, that's fine. That's okay. What they want to pay and what's realistic is two different things.
Absolutely.
I have been in a situation where I was willing to pay 100% because I saw the worth. I'll go to work. You ain't working right now. I don't have a problem with that. You take care of me. I got this.
That's because you had to, though. That's because you had to.
I did not have to.
You did. Okay, so what percentage, once again, do a woman wants to pay in a relationship?
Most women,
See how she going around when I'm asking?
No, because I can't speak for everybody else.
I didn't say you speak for everybody. I said give me an average percentage.
I'm gonna say, okay, nowadays I'll probably say 0. With these entitled young women, I would say they don't want to pay nothing.
Right.
I don't know how to visualize that because I've never had that.
I can't wrap my
what you mean? You never had that. What you mean?
I don't know how to say that I don't want to pay nothing because I've never had a chance in my life being 40 to not take care of everything.
Because you had to. But if you was in a relationship, married, what percentage do you want to pay?
That would make me uncomfortable.
Not paying anything?
I'm telling you, as a person that's been working for so long, I know that I wouldn't feel comfortable not contributing anything.
Exactly.
Oh, you saying not? But what percentage would you want to pay though? Give me a number.
For a number, realistic because I don't know. Okay, 25. You want to?
Thank you. That's all I ask. 25%. What you say, Lise?
I would say 50%. Only 50. Because I would. That's what would work for me. Because I don't want there to ever be a time where, and not saying that my husband is like that, but to be in a situation where I feel beholden or, we get into it and now, what happens if we get divorced and he's leaving and I have to struggle now. I got to think now, how am I going to pull this other 75 or 100%? Where am I going to get that from?
Okay, now hold that right there, Lise. Hold that right there. Lou, what percentage do you think women want to pay?
0.
Clem, what percentage do you think women really want to pay?
You talk about as of now or when?
Yeah, period.
Now, 0.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, nobody wants to pay. You're saying the word you're using is want. No.
I'm saying, like Lisa said, you're in a full blown relationship. Y'all got these bills. Y'all got everything. What percentage do a woman really want to pay it?
I don't feel. I would never I don't ever want to be a burden. If me paying 0, I know that's so much weight on my man.
Women don't care. A lot of them don't care.
Asking me to give you a number so that you know what I'm saying. So
give me one. Give me
25. I mean, but me personally, it's like if I give you 25, that means when I'm over here making these dresses, then that's the money from my hustle is going to go to vacations or go to our retirement. It still is going to amount to 50.
Well, let me give you a wake you up and let you know they're not doing that. Women are not doing that 25%. They're using that. They making you fit that while they take that and put it on their sales.
But it's reality. If you're looking at somebody, that's just like looking at, when you see your man come in the house and you just see how they sit down, like you have to pay attention. If you genuinely care about somebody, if you genuinely love somebody, when you're looking at them and that weight on them and you just like, take care of everything. Like that's
they don't care. They don't care now. Clem, what's the number you give me? Clem, hold on, Lisa, hold that. What's the number?
Number what?
He said 0.
What percentage of that you say you think women want to pay in a relationship? Okay, 0. Okay, so that's how most men feel, and that's hey, that is what it is. So, like Lou was saying, he got a buddy that's paying $1,000. She getting that plus this plus that. I mean, she ain't even thinking about that man. She don't care if that man under the 480 bridge, died somewhere. She getting all this dough and living a lavish life.
Yeah, I know. I got a male friend who, decide, is doing the right thing, going to work. Baby mama decided to put him on child support, but for only one of the children. And then it's like $1,000. So you're taking basically my whole check and I got to work overtime to get something back. And then you still want me to pick them up and do all these elaborate things with them. And, you don't do nothing but sit in the house. And I don't have any money to do anything with them because you're taking my money. So
now watch this. Hold on. Before somebody say anything else. Go ahead,
Did I hear male friend?
Yeah, I like these roundtable talks because this is how I'm so well rounded because I hear that. I see what they're going through. You got to open up your ears to see what's going on around you. It's not just, I hear bad baby mama stories. I don't want to be that. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
I got a male friend.
That's not legal?
You got a male friend?
It's a co-worker. Like, what you doing?
Are you married? Are you married?
I am not.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool then. All right.
It's legal.
Wow. Okay. I got one question because we got a couple of minutes to roll. I want to get y'all. So if they actually got rid of, listen to me, if they actually got rid of child support, what will women have to do then?
Communicate.
If there was none.
Communicate.
Communicate with who? Communicate with who?
Communicate. Learn how to talk.
They'd have to stop using their children as paydays and windfalls.
I said, what would they have to do if there was no money coming from the government?
Learn how to talk.
Talk to who?
Their child's father, and learn how to have a simple conversation.
So they really would have to learn how to communicate and do this thing the right way.
And men would have to learn how to be receptive. But see, it still has to be a conversation. Communication is key to everything. So with that not being implemented, then that means, okay, let's sit down. Okay, he's doing basketball. His school clothes cost this much. What can you do?
Your camera turned the opposite way.
Now we can figure out, all right, well, this month, this is going on. Or this month, I'm not working as much overtime. Now you have to communicate. And honestly and truthfully, you should be friends with the person you had a child with. So
how would they survive? How would most of them survive without that company? Huh?
Get off their butt.
So they have to go to work.
Absolutely.
Okay. What you think, Clem? What would you think will happen to women if they cut most of this stuff out?
It'll be a lot of single dads.
I'm gonna put this on my
because the mama's gonna be giving no kids back to their father.
Hey, he made a great point. I'm gonna hit y'all with something.
To their daddy.
There you go, Lou. What you think? What would you think women would look like if they took all this stuff away?
It'd be bad.
It'd be bad. It would. It really would.
But I think it might be good though for us though. Because
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have that. You don't got that extra incentive to you know what I'm saying? Like it'll probably make you want to just work more at, you know what I'm saying? Sticking it out.
Work together? You mean work together as a couple?
Even though as a couple, because it's so much time. I mean, money is one thing, but time is like a totally different.
Absolutely, you can't buy that. It's not for sale.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I just think it wouldn't be such an incentive to, you know what I'm saying, break apart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You will work hard.
I'm mad you're not getting the money, and then I don't want to be I don't want to be around the kid. I don't want to be around you because. Like my friend, he had to pay $1,000. He don't want to see nobody because $1,000 coming out of his check. So it's like,
he want to see the pillow.
So I think it'll be rough a little bit, but I think in the long run, if we could, you know what I'm saying, all do it the right way, you know what I'm saying,
it's crazy. It's crazy that Clem brought that particular subject up because, prior to 1945, when a husband and a woman divorced, the courts gave the kids to the man, not the woman.
Because women couldn't, women back then, women couldn't own property. They couldn't buy anything without their man's permission. So that's logical.
Well, we was the breadwinner. We was the breadwinner. We owned the houses and things.
That's what I'm saying. Women weren't allowed. Women weren't allowed to purchase property back then.
Right. So we know going back to 1968 when the women's civil movement and all that, and the WIC came in 1971. We know why they took that and switched it as far as a plan, as well as all the other things, what it would do to us as a people. So we know that it's all a plan, and we can see it working. It's actually working out here. We can see what we look like after years and decades of that stuff, and we need to get back to where what works for us. Now we winding down to about a minute. So is there anything anybody want to say out here to the world and the Clips podcast before we sign off?
I just think that it would kind of bring us back together as a race. Like we would learn how to communicate with each other. We would learn how to not be on the defense. We would learn how to talk to one another. You know, that's the biggest thing. It's like, I can't talk to no girl. I can't talk to no dude. He's the, you know, it's like we're always pointing a finger, you know, at the sex, you know, and that's why I always say it's not sex specific, because you got men and women doing certain things. I just think that if they didn't have that, if they got rid of that, it would cause people to step up and actually be an adult and communicate about things.
There you go.
And
all right, there you go. Cliff, what you got to say?
Being accountable? Is that what you saying?
I did.
Being accountable?
Accountability.
Oh, wow. How dare you say grown folks be accountable for their actions?
Lise, what you got to say before we go? What you got to say, Lise, before we go?
You want that minute?
Can I get that minute?
Go ahead. Seconds, not minutes, seconds.
Our parents, the ones that's on this thing, forgot to talk to a lot of us so we can spread the word that even being a father was the right thing to do when you're having basically sex with this woman, that you should know the person first. That child
you talking about 2024?
That child support would not have been even an issue in our community. Everything that they have given us in our community has been nothing but to hinder us.
Nothing but chitlins. Nothing but chitlins. That's all they've been giving us.
Yeah.
So hold on with that,
hot
Joe.
sauce in the bag.
Yeah, Lou, give me a last word before we go.
I think this was a good, healthy conversation, and I hope we can, continue the conversations going forward. That's the only way we can get better.
Yeah, we got Clip Podcast. We got a lot more subjects coming up, and it's just getting started. Wait till we get more people on here, more opinions, and more vision. Tell your people to subscribe, like. We're gonna be up. We're gonna be running. Y'all
What's the YouTube
good?
channel?
What's that?
Is it a YouTube channel or is it a podcast?
Yeah, it's called Clip Podcast. Clips Podcast. Yeah, You can check it out. It's gonna be uploaded soon, but I'll let you know. But with that being said,
welcome to the Clips, the place to be. When no topic is too controversial, you'll see. Join the man Tim, let's talk for a while.
Good meeting y'all.
Yeah. We'll do this. Good conversation. And tell your friends, tell your cousins, your uncles that you a superstar now.
I've been
With that, we say peace.
Peace.